Hello everyone and welcome to Homestead Tessie Mobile Home Life. I talk a lot about budget living and fixed income and low income living. I also talk about prepping. Today is Thrifty Thursday and people enjoy my thrift store. It is MCC Mennonite Central Committee thrift store. It is one of the cheapest thrift stores all around. People come from other states just to see the beautiful, clean store that the thrift store offers. But today it's all about prepping, and prepping from a thrift store. It is a challenge that I have taken up, and I'm going to see if I can buy anything that has to do with prepping, something that I can use long term. Books are one of the most amazing ways that you can prep. Why? Because books teach you a lot of things, and if the grid would ever be down, books would be the thing that you would need the most. Just think about it. Without electricity, you wouldn't have the internet anymore. There's all kinds of beautiful, and of course I love looking at all of these items, but I have to say to myself, are they just knickknacks? Or is it something that can have many uses? So I always head for the housewares and see what I can find there, because in the housewares is where I'm looking for some prepping items. Of course, every week is different and every day is different. But if you look really closely, you'll find some really good prepping items. I'm always looking for antiques because antiques are well made. And there's all kinds of old books. Old books is where you can get a lot of useful information. And of course, there's beautiful kitchenware. I just love the heirloom kitchenware that they have. But can we really find things for prepping? Seriously, can we find things that are going to last us a long time? Well, let's keep looking. Can you spot some things that I may have picked up? And we're looking at more of the books. Oh, wait a minute. The Kitchen Garden Cookbook. Pickling. Now that may be a cookbook we can use. Let's see what else I can find. It's always fun for the subscribers of mine to pick out the items they think that I picked out for the week. And it's always so much fun to see what people give away. A lot of times it's the old things that I love the best. Canning jars are scarce right now because it's canning season. But look at this beautiful display. A better way to have fun is by going to the thrift store. So I got some unusual items. Then I'm going to share with you why I chose them for my prepping items. So the first thing I want to show you is self-explanatory. And a really good prepping item is glass jars. So I got two 1-gallon glass jars. Now this one, they only charged me, this one was $1.99. This one was a little more. But glass jars are amazing for prepping because you can store all kinds of things in them and it's going to keep your food fresh. But you don't have to just store food in the glass jars. You can store different items like batteries and things like that. Waterproof, rodent-proof, and it's a great way to store products. But I'm probably going to use mine for food, at least one of them anyhow, because I'm going to show you what I'm working on today. So I got this glass jar for $1.99. This glass jar, now this one was vintage, but they only charged $1.50 for this one because the lid was a little different. Look at that old lid. I absolutely love it. In fact, I like the old look of it. So for this glass jar, I'm going to be putting something in that's not edible, and it is my prepping project for the week. And I'll show you that at the end of showing you everything I got, because I really did very well. All right, so prepping can be reading material. The Home in the Garden, and I got this book, and this is all about gardening, but it's gardening from the 1800s. So this could be a great prepping item because it tells you tips and tricks from way long ago before there was even electricity, and it can help you out because it's old-fashioned. So it teaches you how to do old-fashioned things, which can be great in your prepping stash. So I paid $1.50 for this. And then for $2, I got the Kitchen Garden Cookbook. Another good prepping item. One thing you have to think about with prepping is this. If you don't have electricity, you don't have an iPad, and you don't have any of that. So hard copies of books is really great to have. Not only is it garden recipes, it also has preserving ideas. So it's all about how to preserve food. It's very unusual food, but it teaches you how to do all kinds of things like make mint syrup. So this is going to be another great book. I'm going to have fun really working on some projects for all of you. For $2, I took it home. All right, now here we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it all. For $1, I got this wax. Now, I've done many videos, and I'm going to do many more, on paraffin wax and using that to seal your jars when it comes to all kinds of drinks like lemonade that you can preserve on your shelf for long-term storage. And also, you can use paraffin wax for jellies and jams. In fact, maybe I'll just show you what I'm talking about in case you missed my video. This here is lemon syrup. This is amazing. It makes the most amazing lemon juice. It is sealed with the Dollar Tree bottles, but it has paraffin wax that's dipped in it just to make sure that there is no air gets in it. This is absolutely amazing. See, it's sealed. And this is a way that you can make all kinds of simple syrups and have them long-term storage. So there you go. That is paraffin wax. Another thing that's really important is household utility candles. And the wax was $1 and the candles were 50 cents. So these were vintage. I just happened to find them vintage. And this here is emergency candles. You can't go wrong with candles. I know there's LED lights and I know there's all kinds of lights that you can use. And actually I have an LED light here, which I absolutely love. It's powered by USB, but if you don't have any power for the USB, and most people do not have the battery packs with solar like I do. So you get candles. And with the candle, then you have to have a candle stand, and that was $1. So 1 is none and 2 is 1. Starry Hilder taught me that years ago. In other words, always have a backup plan. So there you have a candle. This you could take with you, and you're going to do more work by the power of the sun. So in a grid down situation, you're pretty much going to be up when the sun is up, and you go to bed when the sun goes down. That's generally how they did it in the olden days. But you have a candle, and it's going to make a huge difference. And then 99-cent soap. Now, if you could make your own soap, even better. But a bar of soap can go a long way. So I paid $1 for this soap. I bought it because I really wanted it because it has an amazing smell. The scent is cranberry. Oh, it smells so good. But here you got a soap. You can use it to wash your body with, you can use it to wash your hair with, but you can shred it to wash your dishes with it, you can shred it to wash your laundry with it, off grid. There you go, a bar of soap. Back in the wartime, World War II, you know what the soldiers wanted? They wanted cigarettes, chocolate bars, and soap. Those were the 3 items that they couldn't find very much. Chocolate bars, cigarettes, and soap. Soap will come a long way because you can barter for it. Think about it. And then last but not least is baskets. Now I paid $1.50 for this one. This one had the liner with it. Baskets are amazing for prepping. You can take your basket anywhere you go. You can use it to do foraging. If you want to pick dandelions to make dandelion wine, dandelion tea, or dandelion root, you can take this anywhere. It's self-explanatory. You can gather your eggs. I love baskets, and baskets are great for long-term prepping. Well, there you go, everyone. I think I shared with you some very unusual things you can get at the thrift store that can help you out with all of your prepping. I'm gonna sit back and relax and watch some Waltons, and I'm gonna take my cotton balls. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take my Vaseline. I'm going to take my jar. And I'm going to make fire starters. I use fire starters all the time. This for cooking, when I'm cooking outdoors. I use this when I'm working on, if I have a lot of wood and I need to burn it, if I'm picking up a lot of sticks and things like that. And $2, you got yourself some fire starters. $1 Vaseline, $1 cotton balls, and of course your container. You want to make sure you have it in a container like this that's glass. I would strongly suggest you put this in a glass jar. Well, there you go, everyone. Is my Thrifty Thursday, and that is my prepping Thrifty Thursday. And I can't wait to share with you again what we're working on. It's always something fun and new, and I hope it's entertaining as well. Bye, everybody.